line. Hey, the radio, the big crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light.
Tonight's race has been brought to you in part by our good friends and colleagues and sponsors over for Pedal to Metal Racing League. A big shout out and thank you for supporting the Xfinity Series and the program of Pedal to Metal Racing League as we continue on with Season 6. It is Week 6 action time here at Canadian Tire, but it wouldn't be brought to you without the help and the partnership of all these great folks and wonderful individuals that helped brought this to the table. Be sure to support them and all that they do for us here on the show. Links down in the description below. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back here to PTM Racing TV live from Canadian Tire down here in Bonneville, Ontario, Canada. We are live tonight for the Lightning Wrapz 30 at Canadian Tire, and it's time to get the show on the road. 15 drivers make the field here today, and a whole host of drivers looking for their first win of the season or looking for some monetary points going into the next half of the season. Hi again, everyone. I am the Crusader, Christian Driver, joining you tonight. Usually my good friend and colleague, Cody McRae, would be with me. Unfortunately, right now, no word on him in this case. We will see if he tunes in later on with us. But for now, as we present to you guys live here at Canadian Tire, it is brought to you in part by our good friends over at GTR Racing Simulator. Welcome to the future, GTR Racing Simulator. It's not that we broke the mold, we just never used one. By DeeDub Button Boxes, quality button boxes made your way. DeeDub Button Boxes always has you covered. By the Butt Kicker Company, best of performance for feeling on real tracks in the virtual world. The Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing. By Gearhead Coffee, whether you're wrenching on your vehicle at home, garage, or servicing customers at your automotive repair facility or dealership, Gearhead Coffee provides a unique, premium quality coffee that keeps your motor running. By Ooze Motorsports. Don't think we are cheating because you think you're fast. By Ford Entertainment Group PC.net. Matching your want with your wallet. We'll always bring out the best PC at the right price. By Man's Maintenance. You want it done right? You call a man. But Berrytown Cleaners. When you got yourself a mess, Berrytown Cleaners can help fix that right up. By Lightning Wrapz, the most affordable designs made at your leisure. Lightning Wrapz will always bring out the best designs in your library. by Jon Garrett Twitch channel, the channel for a good chat and enjoyable time around with Jon Garrett. By Southern Country Go, the trusted company to get your designs in your day-to-day life. And by Grid Finder, the best way to find a new league. Filter your search by race day, your geographical region, gaming platform, racing sim, and car class. You need a broadcaster or live designer, search Grid Finder, the home of online racing. And speaking of the home of online racing right now, our drivers getting prepared up for tonight's action here. Final moments here, clocking down. Only about a minute and 44 left on the clock here before we get to the action. We'll talk with the drivers as we go along with this one. But the first things first here, we'll let you know we've got 5 drivers lined up to talk with us here out of the gate. So let's go ahead and bring in one of them right now in as she joins me in. She is from this land. This is her home track for the iRacing side of things. It's Chantel the Throttle Bottle with us. Chantel, how are you doing tonight here?
Pretty good. The car was pretty loose, I find. Other than that, we'll be good if we just keep it consistent and easy in and easy out, and we should be okay.
Certainly going to be a lot of work here to try to take some of the boys down here on this road course, but do you think you have what it takes to live up to the challenge?
I think we should be able to get top 5 as long as I'm not too aggressive and we just be consistent and run our own race and not worry about anyone else. We should hopefully get top 5.
For sure there. All right, well, Chantel, we do appreciate your time here as we get settled up for tonight's action. Good luck out there.
Thanks.
Chantel, the Throttle Bottle on the camera here and on the talk with us right now as we go ahead and chat down here with Robert Kahn, the Rattlesnake himself here. Kahn, if you have the line, sir, right now, one of the favorites going in as your road course racing background, but also you got a lot going on down at stakes here. The points-wise, definitely at the stakes here.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully we have a good race here tonight and finish pretty well and save the car up.
For sure there. Now, let me ask you this last thing here. When you get into these corners, which turn do you think is going to be the one that gives most of these guys troubles, or even females, because we do have some ladies here looking to take you guys down?
The Moss section's pretty sketchy right there. When you're going in that downhill and you take those 2 rights there, it's you lose a lot of grip on the front. So I think that's going to be the toughest part.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, we're going to let you get down to qualifying, get settled up for today's action. We'll see you guys here in just a little bit.
Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. The Rattlesnake, Robert Kahn, ladies and gentlemen, getting settled up down here. Race fans, when we come back from qualifying, it's time to see the drivers in action. The show has only begun, but it's time to see who will be number 1.
Introducing RS30 Ultra. The first sim racing wheel and pedals designed by a professional championship racer. Officially licensed by Microsoft, RS30 brings next-level realism to your racing sims. Sense the road, know your vehicle, and get faster lap times as you tear through the track. Dual helical gear motors give you more torque than traditional gear drive motors, with the same smoothness and quietness of a belt drive motor. Experience a stunning 6 Newton meters of torque, the most torque per dollar than any other wheel, and fast, accurate feedback with 0 dead zones. Feel every nuance and know exactly when you're understeering, oversteering, or losing traction. Spring-loaded pedals give you responsive throttle modulation and brake progression for absolute control and precision, just like the real thing. 2 additional paddles can be used as clutch and e-brake, or as pedal-free throttle and brakes. A rotation switch lets you easily toggle between simulation racing and arcade-style racing. Even the diameter of the wheel is calibrated to exact race car specifications. And an easy share button lets you save and share your best laps with a simple push. From the metal build to the suede wheel and steel pedals, every detail is dialed to give the entire system a high-end feel. Get better, go faster, win more, and enjoy every second of it. With RS30 Ultra, you'll race like a pro and feel like one too. RS30 Ultra by GTR Simulator. Go fast.
When you need the best designs in your fleet of vehicles, there's only one brand name that many trust in. one that makes every car pop out from the rest of the field, and that is Lightning Wrapz. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Lightning Wrapz. Get yourself a vehicle unlike the rest. Lightning Wrapz, the most affordable designs made at your leisure.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they started their sim racing journey. Well, I searched high and low for the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I have partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, currently finishing qualifying sessions up here on the road and on the list here. We'll take a look at our qualifiers here in just a minute. But right now, we're looking at a pretty quick time here, 1:23 for Matthew Hoffert in the 84. We're only about a few seconds remaining here in qualifying. We'll see if anyone's going to be able to top that. Well, I guess I may as well say someone did top it. Jeffrey Oaks pulls out a miraculous time, 2/2600ths of a second faster than Matthew Hoffert. And that lays down a huge board here. That's going to definitely give some drivers something to look at, something to think about here. Eyes on the target, eyes on the prize now. The drivers are preparing to do battle. Well, let's take a look at it here now, race fans. Your grading order presented in part by Ooze Motorsports tonight. On the pole, you just saw it file down the fastest time. Jeffrey Oaks will be in the number 20 is outside the 84 of Matthew Hoffert. Row number 2 is going to be William Mann Jr., the Man Beast, and the 29 is outside. Tyler Rex in that 52. Row number 3, Dennis Warrens will be in the 90 is outside. Mike Rideout piloting up 76. Row number 4, C. Chantel, the throttle paddle in the 5. They're outside. John Kutetsk in the number 41. Row number 5, Robert the Rattlesnake Con in the 21 is outside. That Failer in the 42. Row number 6, we'll see Dustin Sonick in the 50. Is outside. That'll be William Mann in the 57. Row number 7, well, that will be piloted up by Brandon Pike in the number 22. It is outside. It'll be the 8, Tyler Orrick. Your final starter in this field, Jason Henry in the number 3. So field pretty much set to go, on pace, ready to rock it out here on the track here. Let's go ahead and take it down now and talk with one of our other drivers here that makes it into the cut line, into the spot. Let's take it down here with the Man Beast, William Mann Jr. Before we get started, you had a top 3 qualifying run. It actually could have been a second place go, but Hoffert and Oaksy get you beat out there. Well, tell me, how does the track feel right now as you lead into the race?
It feels like a road course and somewhere super uncomfortable. I've tried to put a lot of laps in here, get some practice in. It's just it's one of the places I've actually never ran an official at all. So just trying to keep a good pace and not overdo myself, and hopefully on the start we don't get ran over and we can just make something happen.
There's certainly a lot of areas that can give drivers troubles. We'll see if you can hang on down to it. Best of luck down there, William Mann Jr.
Oh yeah, make sure you do all your Hail Marys for me because I'm late.
Fair enough. Good luck, buddy.
Appreciate it.
The Man Beast right now looking to try to strive and try to conquer here as we take it down now and talk with the second fastest driver out of the bunch, Matthew Hoffert here in the number 84. Hoffert, the Gearhead Coffee 84 Subaru, putting on a little bit of a fight out of the gate, but got just barely trumped by Oaksy there. What's that mean to you coming into this race?
Well, that just means I'm going to have to try just that little bit extra harder. But I know Jeffrey Oaks, he's going to put up a heck of a fight. Definitely going to be a challenge. So we're going to see what we can do.
Where do you think most of the action is going to be for the passing corners on this track? Because it seems like there's a lot of areas you can get it done at, but even you and I have known what this place can do to drivers before.
Well, there's a few spots where you don't want to pass at. Probably going to be the S turns before the start-finish line and the bus stop, little chicane in the back. But other than that, I think pretty much wherever you can find a spot.
For sure there. All right, well, Hoffer, best of luck, bud. We're going to get you on down and get you to the race.
Thank you.
Matthew Hoffer, the last of our bunch here. The only one left on the call list here we could talk is Papa Beast here, but we're going to leave him alone because right now the drivers are getting ready to get down to the action here, get down to the field and protest into this field here tonight. Race fans, if you're ready, we're ready here to go. It's Road Course Challenge Week right here for Pedal Metal Racing League. Week 6 is up on these drivers, and they're about to face their toughest challenge yet. Canadian Tire, not a track known for going side by side and battling in those spots. You're going to be seeing a lot more close corner driving, obviously, but you're going to see a lot of guys trying to find openings and find areas to sneak up on and take in with the positions. And like you heard some of the drivers say earlier, they just cannot overshoot the first turns. They have got to let the cars settle in. Those tires, being as cold as they are, they need to warm them up, get them kind of squared away like you see Hoffer doing. Build some heat in, get some grip down there so it can grab onto the track so you don't have to really be gentle and tippy-toe around the track here. I've seen drivers get just too hard on the throttle and just the slightest bit. Next thing you know, it costs them dearly. Well, we see that here as they bring it around the S turns. You just heard them talk about it a minute ago. They'll come off down out of the turn zone here, ready to line them up. It's Road Course Racing here, race fans. Here we go. On the first set of turns. Everyone looking clear. Looking good. First corners, we're okay. All right, down to the first set, down into turn number 2. Gate competition caution and lap number 8 out of the gate here right as we file them on down. William Ann Jr. keeping his third place spot while Hoffer tries to get up there with Jeffrey Oaks in the number 20. Oh, and Oaks already overdriving the first ton of corners. He sends it into the tire barrier. A huge bobble by Oaks, and now that gives the number 84 Hoffer the lead. You just heard Oaks say, literally in Hoffer as well, say point blank, you just can't overdrive these corners. You got to lay it loose and let him stay in. Oh, and through the bus stop here, on, he gets some taps and love hits from the 22, Brandon Pike. Dennis Warren and Chantel Bottle still at it yet again here. It looks like we're on all over the place here. This could be troublesome for him and his team. He knows he cannot go down too far in this pack here. He's got to stay focused on one thing. Strive, conquer, and win. He needs to continue his points reign and points get, especially considering what Hoffert, Pottle, Oaks, and all of them can do. It's any man's, any woman's race here, for that matter, as the first set of turns have been completed, now down to lap number 2. And Hoffert, you can see, just getting a huge gain and huge lead on the field here. He's already driving this thing into the ground. From Nampa, Idaho, here at that failure here in the number 42, currently 5 spots up from where he charged at earlier on. He's hanging in with these people. He's hanging in with the drivers. Got Mike right out right in front of him. Now, by the way, this is a home field advantage for many of these drivers out here that are not off the American side. Mike Rideout, Dennis Warren, Chantal Bottle, Tyler Orick. This is their home track here. Maybe not necessarily where they're from, but it's certainly a home field advantage, except for Mike Rideout. Trouble for the 76. Hold on. Oh, I don't know how he saved that one and not get into somebody, but he still slows down the number 90, Dennis Warren. Warren's trying to get back into the throttle here. Chantel, the throttle Bottle, living up to her name, trying to get back in it as well, but Robert Kahn smells blood in the water and like a shark in the ocean strikes when the iron is hot. That was a huge mistake there on the end of Mike Rideout. You can see he was just too hard in the throttle. The RPM's way too high as he downshifted in. You saw the car just swing left, right. Usually what that means is you got to back the brake off, back it down, then kind of gently reattach it to where it can give you some more momentum and kind of charge from there. And unfortunately, that did not go the way he was hoping for. John Q-Tense right now on the number 41 here, 6 spots up. Here he currently is your second place man. But remember, with that competition caution, he knows he doesn't have to drive it too hard off. Oh, they're still driving him too hard off in the corners. That failure, major problem. Emporium's number 42 Chevrolet is sent down to the shadow realm. Oh my, everybody is literally having all sorts of problems just trying to get a grip of this track. And again, that just shows you, these Xfinity cars, man, they were designed and set up to slow you down. They're not designed to get you go faster. You gotta literally work the throttle. It's like a next-gen cup car on these cars, man. You've got to get control of the throttle, or you might as well kiss your chances goodbye here. The Rattlesnake Rubber Con, after that little trouble he had out of the gate, only 2 laps later, he's in top 5 right now. Starting in the 4th place position here, looking to try to continue the momentum and work his way down around the track. The Old Whiskey, number 29, currently of William Mann Jr., the Man Beast, as he's known as, looking to make these drivers work for everything they've got and trying to make them think about this one a bit. Mann Jr. trying to block the 21's run here, trying to make sure he can't get a charge off him. But you can see the Rattlesnake doesn't exactly play into that circumstance. If he finds an opening, he'll take it from you. To be honest, the hard part's not trying to pass. The hard part's just trying to make sure you don't get past. Oh, and that's why William Jr. all over the place yet again. Looks like Con intimidated him a little too much. He opens the door up. Here comes the lone Canadians. Oregon White out now, right behind him. The MRM 76 Camaro now looking to try to take down him in this case, trying to get him a pointer spot. It looks like really all the action's coming out of turn number 2 there. The 52, Tyler Rex, he gets sent back to the shadow realm. Couldn't quite hold it down, hold his line in there. We'll take it to the PTM Instant Replay and see what exactly transpired here. Presented in part tonight by Lightning Wrapz. Take a look at this. Here's corner number 1. You can see it's already a slippy, slidey little slope. Then here's the problem. If you over-accelerate just a slight bit too much, that thing's going downhill. There's no braking downhill. What do you think's going to happen? That thing's not going to grab at all. And those tires, man, those Goodyears, they can do a lot of work. But the one thing they can't do is be caught up in a sticky situation like that and get out of it that cleanly. That involves the driver's technique. Yeah, listen to that throttle. He was way too hard into the corner there. He overdrove it big time. I was really down there practicing with these guys a little while ago, actually, and I can tell you, I felt every ounce of this car, man. This thing was a handful and a half just to hold on line, just to even try to keep in place. It would not give an inch, and that is for good reason. Hope you guys like the updated little ticker bar up top there. We finally figured out a way to get that thing to scroll out without looking a little bit kind of wanky. Or wonky. Was I say wonky? Did I say wanky? I don't know. Sounds like I'm trying to say I'm cranky. I'm like, no, I'm not cranky. Anyway. 26 laps left to go here. Currently down the field's end here. Everybody's still charging for position, jockeying for a run. So far been pretty clean other than the drivers sliding out from underneath themselves. I suspect, though, later on when we get more in-depth into this race, you're going to see a lot of guys start to kind of drift and power these things through, muscle the cars as hard as they can, and forget that those tires are still at odds with one another, and the sway bars and the way the car rolls around the track can get extremely loose. To me, there are 3 Achilles heels that will defy these drivers tonight. Number 1, the Goodyears. They've got to get a grip of those things, get some warm air into them, and get that pressure to build up to where it'll grab grip. Number 2, the suspension of the car and really holding down the line, because when you can't hold down the line and you find yourself in a spot like Jeffrey Oaks just did, then you're really in trouble, because now all your chance of momentum has been lost to its own end. And number 3, which I think is the most important, is the track itself. We're not driving road course cars. Let's be honest ourselves. These things were designed for the ovals. They were designed more towards that style of racing. But the thing is that, well, one thing is so good about this car is that it is very much so a energetic and obligated car that is as versatile as they get. Now, when I say energetic, I'm trying to talk about just like the overall feel, the overall control that can really light up into the end and right out on the track here. It's certainly something to behold and something cool to watch, if you ask me. Right now on board here with Dennis Warren, we take another comment section here. Clarence Swope saying, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's get some W's tonight. Clarence, good to have you on board. Right now we also have Justin Entrance coming on board saying, come on, John, you got this. A little love down there for the Rattlesnake. Well, the Rattlesnake not doing too bad so far out of the gate here. He's got himself a pretty solid place and position. And as we lead in closer to the competition caution, race fans, this has certainly been something here. It's certainly been a battle and a half. But who will be able to kind of steer the way and clear off the field? We'll find out as we come back live here at Canadian Tire. Tonight's race, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you in part by our good friends over at DTR Racing Simulator. Welcome to the future, DTR Racing Simulator. It's not that we broke the mold, we just never used one. By DeeDub Button Boxes. Quality button boxes made your way. DeeDub Button Boxes always has you covered. By the Butt Kicker Company. Best in performance on real tracks of the virtual world. The Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. My Gearhead Coffee. Whether you're renting on your vehicle in the home garage or servicing customers at your automotive repair facility or dealership, Gearhead Coffee provides a unique premium quality coffee that keeps your motor running. And by Who's Motorsports. Don't think we're cheating because you think you're fast. Back to the action right here, right now. Let's take a look down on the fields here. And this is already something I'm going to talk about a lot tonight, is the drivers that take it easy out of the gate, take it easier off the start, and they pace themselves. This is already something I'm seeing very much so with these guys, and gals, I should say, because Chantel Throttle Pottle, seeing what she did out of the gate, she stayed out of trouble. She did not try to get herself into a sticky situation yet. She wanted to run her own line down and kind of hang in there with what she was obligated and what she felt she needed to do. And that's exactly what she had to bring to the table here as competition caution has flown out now. That's pretty interesting now to see kind of how this will play out here for these drivers and how everything will kind of go up from scaling end of the top end of the section here and top for the field. So Matthew Hoffert, though, right now, man, this guy is certainly one to watch out for. The 84 Toyota Supra has the race lead, and this one locked up for now. But can he hold on to it? That remains to be seen. We'll find out more here in just a minute. We'll talk real quick here with one of our drivers down there. It's currently, I believe, the Papa Beast Camp Man Maintenance Gearhead Coffee 57 here. William Mann Sr., unfortunately, having some struggles down there, having some problems in the White Castle machine, but we're going to let him kind of catch up to the drivers here right now. I think field's a little bit further back than I think they realize. They're trying to catch him. Speaking of which, where is that pace car at? Hold on a minute. Oh, there's a pace car. It's all the way down to the pit road section. I was wondering where that thing went. So really, these drivers are just kind of racing out to the line here. They're not even caring. They're just kind of getting out there as quick as they can. Hoffert finally getting up there. And pace car now at last will come out. There he goes. Field will have to slow down a little bit here and get settled back down here at the moment. So let's look at the top spots right now. Colin started back 9th. He's up 7 right now. Hard charger of the day. Jason Henry, he started 15th, by the way. He's up 4 spots right now in the number 3. I think that's just really staying out of trouble. Brandon Pike starts 13th. Found himself in a little bit of trouble earlier, but he doesn't seem to be too fazed by it, too worried. Mike Rideout, though, kind of the opposite. He gets himself in trouble early and then has to kind of revert back to the running it down on the track and hope for the best. Now has a lot more work to do. Meanwhile, surpriser here, Willie Mann Jr. getting kind of toned off by Con there. Kind of got the old Intimidator fashion move there and unfortunately slowed down his momentum and slowed down the field and the speed. Chantel Pottle and John Kutens right now, currently they are 3 spots up advantage here for them. As we take it down now, it's Hawk here with William Mann Sr. in just a minute. Papa Beast will be in the house. Mama Beast, get the camera, get the mic on. We got him ready to go. We just need to bring him in. This will be their only competition caution. Keep in mind, though, if 3 drivers wreck out, and I do mean if they wreck, then there will be another caution thrown out for that wreck in that situation, but they will not be doing any other cautions up to that point. So really, I think if you're going to see any of those cautions, they're going to be at the start, and that's really where everyone's going to be trying to hammer it down from. I'm kind of surprised William Ann's so far back in the field right now. He's a good chunk away from these guys. I don't think it's a lack of trying. I think it was just because, unfortunately, everyone was so far ahead of him. So pit road stops now going to be made this time around. Pit lane is now opening up for the drivers here as they're going to get squared away. I believe we'll have about 20 laps remaining when we get back to the green flag start. Maybe 19 or so. Pit road's open. Drivers heading in. Yeah, like I said, William Ann, the only one out there still trying to get back into the field, back into the lineup. Take a look from our pit lane cam here as drivers go in. See who will be able to rank out on top here. Flagman making sure everyone stays in line, stays in position here to get ready to come out of pit road. Good camera angle here from our producers here as we get looking down here. We'll see who gets out first. Coming out first, the Rattlesnake's going to try charging on Hoffert, but Hoffert, because of that second place run there on that pit lane exit, gets a better pit out, and he gets right back into the race lead. But Khan certainly could be a bit of a handful. I think tires and fuel are going to be only the part of it. I think mainly you're going to be seeing a lot of drivers going more towards the fuel line than anything else. The rest of the field that has not gone out. Guten's now back out. Jason Henry, Tyler Rex, they have now pitted out. Take a look at our pit stop time box here. Kahn and Hoffert. Actually, Kahn getting some. Looks like he might have actually got Hoffert out of pit road. No, I don't. I think Hoffert actually might have been given a penalty here. I think he might have had a too quick of a speeding pit exit. That is going to cost him majorly here. Oh my. He's going down in the field. A pit exit penalty given to Matthew Hoffert. Unreal, folks. That slows down all his momentum. It slows him down completely. That is a crazy situation here on PTM Racing TV. Well, let's go ahead and try and talk down now, right now, with the Papa Beast here, the last of our drivers to talk with. William Ann, do you have a copy, sir?
Yes, sir. Sure do, Christian.
All right. Hey, man, good to have you back on board. Good to hear from you once more. And right now, it seems like this track is kind of biting some of you guys out of the gate here. Is it just because it's a little slick down there, or do you feel like there's no grip?
It's a little slick coming out of the turns. Also, you got two off camber turns there. Kind of throws everybody for a loop, I think.
So how would you try to get the car to kind of grip off from that, or how to kind of come back from it? Is it just kind of more of a slow down, tip your toe around the track, or do you feel like there's more to it?
I'm not used to road courses myself, so this is all kind of new to me.
Yeah, for sure there. Well, nevertheless, William, we do appreciate you coming on board here, sir. Thank you for your time, and let's see what happens down here on the show for you and your team.
Thank you, sir.
William Ann, ladies and gentlemen, number 57 driver, trying to insert the strategy and try to get himself something going here as we get ready to bring the drivers back onto the line. Race fans, come back with us. We're just getting started. The first part is complete. Now it's time to let these drivers fight it out in the second half. Race fans, tonight's broadcast presented in part by our good friends over at Ford Entertainment Group PC.net. Matching your want with your wallet. They'll always work with your best PC at the right price. By Man's Maintenance. You want it done right? You call a man. By Barrytown Cleaners. When you got yourself a mess, Barrytown Cleaners can help fix that up. By Lightning Wrapz. Most affordable designs made at your leisure. Lightning Wrapz brings out the best designs in your library. By Jon T. Garrett Twitch channel. The channel for a good chat and enjoyable time around with Jon Garrett. By Southern Country Co. The trusted company to get your designs in your day-to-day life. And by Grid Finder, the best way to find a new league. Filter your search by race day, geographical range and gaming platform, race sim and car class, and your broadcast library designer. Search Grid Finder, the home of online racing. Here we go, folks. The field now stretched back in position. We're ready to get back down to the action here. Top 5 on your screen, on your leaderboards right now here on this road course. You can see where everyone is playing at, where everyone is at in position here, trying to gain some ground, trying to gain some advantage here as we get ready to get back to drop the hammer in Canadian Tire. I have some personal takes on this track here myself. I actually get into a little bit as I actually have a little history with this place. I have had a top 5 finish here in the NASCAR Heat Truck Series with this track. And it was really because all the other drivers just kind of spun themselves out and lost too much control and gave themselves so much opening and so much room. So if there's one thing to know here that I definitely can tell you off the top of my head is watch for drivers to get a little too impatient, a little too crazy out of the gate and get a little too much out on the starts. But as we bring them back to the green flag, that certainly does not seem to be the case for Pedal to the Metal. And representing the Canada nation right now, Chantel Bottle. She is rocking and rolling right at the rattlesnake. Con trying to hold her back, though, as they continue to march the field down around the track. Tyler Rex making a little bit of a fight back here in that 52 after that little trouble he had down here in this sweeping turn left, turn 2 corner. Every driver for themselves here, not trying to give openings, not trying to give up any spots here. I don't think anybody really took tires out on the track or really took any or took mostly just fuel. And you're probably wondering, oh, well, wait a minute, why did they only take fuel? Why wouldn't they go for tires? They remember what I said earlier. Tires are only so much good when you got some heat in them. Without that heat, it completely nullifies and ruins the race and ruins their track performance and how they can handle the track here. All about maneuvering and how you handle that. Dustin Sonega right now in the 50 struggling a little bit there in the Toyota Supra. We'll come back to him in a minute because we got a big battle going on into the corners. Double 5x-side filed in. You do realize they've got a big sweeping turn coming up, boys. Hang on down there. Hold on, hold on. Hoffer, nicely done there. William Mann Sr., the Papa Beast, getting a nice clean edge there. Tyler Rex kind of flipping it right back and around. William Mann Jr. looking to try to take advantage of the opening to the S turn. He's got to run. Does not have the speed. May have shifted in a little bit late there. That might have cost him some time and effort here. Man, talk about literally just finding openings and striving to survive here when you can. Rex, oh no, not again. Well, nice save. Oh, but not the same can be said for Papa Beast and Man Beast. Oh, Man Beast loses it in the turn. He takes his father with him. Oh, my. Loses it right in the sweeping left corner turn here. Turn number 2. Both drivers okay. They will fire back on. But what on earth happened to the Man Beast? We've got the flip cam up and running here. Let's take a look at this one. Watch this corner. Watch Man Beast. Look at him get into that track. Remember what I told you earlier. You got to watch out for the track itself. The grass will catch you. And if you get those tires in there, that thing has no grip. It's like literally trying to dog a corner off and trying to hold the thing down as much as you can. It just does not work there. And unfortunately, it did not work there for William Mann or William Mann Jr. Father and son, worlds collided on turn number 2. One more look at it. You can see right here, there it is, wide. Look at the rear end, kicks out, and you know, it just sometimes it plays out that way. I have a feeling that Papa Beast might need to introduce the fender to his son here in the future. We can't say the belt because unfortunately it's 2022, but that's okay. I mean, I don't think it really matters anymore. So. 17 laps remain right now. We're nearing halfway end point. And boy, howdy, what a show to really start this night of double action racing here on PTM Racing TV. We've got 2 blockbuster main events. This first one right now, Canadian Tire with the Road Course Challenge Week. But coming up next on our YouTube and down at PTM Racing TV YouTube channel, bear witness to the return of Shake and Bake Racing League, presented in part by the Butt Kicker Company. They will be bringing it down in the Next Gen Cup cars at Daytona International Speedway 100 lap Daytona race. Stay tuned for it. We can't wait to show you. And William Mann seemingly having more troubles down there. Still getting slipped and slid around here, unfortunately. Gets himself off charge again. Brandon Pike, that failure, much of the same here. As Jeffrey Oakes has actually left the building. Your #1 qualifier is done tonight. And a sad day, unfortunately, for him and his crew. What a tough break there, to say the least. Definitely did not deserve to get the bad breaks that he did. But sometimes racing can be a cruel mistress to us all. I know that all too well. Take it from me, folks. Looking at the lap times right now. Lap 13, Con blazing speed, a 1:22. Keep in mind about this something for a second, folks. Nobody in the qualifying section hit a 1:23. They got 1 lap to qualify, 1 lap to go around for the hot lap, and then 1 to qualify with. Nobody hit a 1:22. Con has done that, and he is literally blazing this field off like it's nothing right now. Jim Ritchie saying good Daytona 500. Yeah, it really was a good Daytona 500. I thought it had some pretty wild moments in there. But overall, congratulations from us here at PTM Racing TV to Austin Cindric on your first ever Daytona 500 win, kid. Nicely done out there, sir. Those next gens, I'm telling you, I think Logano said it best, even though I have my thoughts about him. I will say this. Logano, I think, did say it best. He had stated, this is the best year to be a rookie in this class and in this Cup Series. He was not wrong, because we just saw that with Austin Cindric. He just pretty much locked and loaded that car and held out for as long as he had to. But now the ultimate challenge comes when we go to Fontana and we see the 670 horsepower be brought up there, as that will definitely give drivers a little bit more of a handful to work with, a little bit more to work with. Jim, I do like the next gen as well. I will say it's pretty good, I must admit. I'm still a little more of a fan of these Xfinity cars. But John Contents right now, unfortunately, looks like he sweeps it too hard in turn number 3. Problems down there for the Chevrolet Camaro. And running back to the field here, this man's on a mission. He's trying to deliver the Gearhead coffee like it's a Paperboy video game right now. He is delivering more than its fair share. Tyler Orrick, though, right now, trouble for the number 8. Backs off, lets him by. Doesn't want to ruin their race. Good sportsmanship by him. His fellow Canadian brethren here. Mike Rideout getting out of the way of him there and letting him on by. I'm telling you right now, guys, these drivers are all over the place. And I absolutely love it, because this is, again, the Road Course Challenge Week. I don't think we've had a race as competitive and as crazy as this in quite some time. The last one I can remember was Texas Road Course and the Fast and Fun Riley Challenge. And again, yeah, I know those Daytona prototype RXs are supposed to be built for that kind of racing. But this is, to me, just all around, like, just trying to figure out how to drive an Xfinity car. This is impressive. I'm loving every minute of this, to be honest with you. On board here with Dustin Slonaker. Good to see old Sparky back out on the track here as he rocks his pedal to the metal Racing League number 50 Subaru scheme. Trying to pilot it down there at that failure here, looking to hold off and make the charge here. You can see what he's trying to do too in those S corners there. You may have noticed something with all these drivers. They are trying to keep RPMs and the momentum high so they don't lose power, they don't lose control of the track. When you lose control of the track, you've then lost your momentum. The momentum comes from how much RPMs you can spur up and how much you can keep it going. So that's why a lot of times when you see these guys keep driving these corners a little harder than often, it's because they're trying to stay ahead of the field and trying to stay ahead of transition. Because again, this track can go from a slippery to a tacky just by the time of day and the weather changing on its own, or even just how much your tires kind of bend out on the track here. So continuing to fix up your brake bias, continue to keep an eye on the track, definitely makes the biggest difference here. And Mike Rideout and Mr. Hoffert losing it in the turns there at the final 3-4 corners there. They've got all sorts of problems right now. Gutentz taking full advantage of it, and Dennis Warren's even a bobble in the S corners. Gutentz takes over third. I am right now, guys. I am just completely speechless. This is incredible. I'm not really a big fan of Road Course Racer 2, and I'm impressed with this. This is great stuff. Oh, Hoffert, though, no! Oh, lost in turn number 2 again. That turn 2 is literally anybody's kryptonite. If you just overdrive at the slightest bit from turn 1, you're donezo. Forget it then. Just an entrance saying, come on, Con, keep hitting your marks. I don't think you got to tell the Rattlesnake twice here. Con is literally a man on a fight and on a grounded plane schedule. I think he's very well aware how to hit the corners and how to keep his momentum in line and in charge. You can see the huge gap he's developed over the 5 Chantel Bottle. The 5 there, literally, it's literally almost like a fourth of the track away there. That is absolutely crazy there, to say the least, but man, that's kind of how the cards play out sometimes. I don't think Chantel's going to worry too much about wanting to win. I think her strategy was point blank coming into tonight. All she wanted to do was just prove something to her fans here, to her friends, her family, her colleagues, and show she is home and she belongs in this series and in this championship hunt. A second place spot here today will certainly help her cause to get closer in the top 5 battleground. I think a season championship really may be a little bit out of reach unless Oaksey, Hoffert, and Con start to make some serious weighing mistakes. But really, I don't think that's going to be the case here. Tyler Orrick, man, he's had a bit of a wild night tonight. And by the way, he's our hard charger on the night so far. 5th place right now for the number 8 Chevrolet Camaro, Tyler Orrick. He literally has gone up from 14th on back to this spot now. And the fact that he's been holding his line down, keeping himself plenty of room and plenty of position and momentum, certainly shows you something. And I don't know how many more times Mike Rideout's going to go trying to open up his own lawn care service, but apparently down there, they don't think they have enough lawn cares opened up in Canada. I think they think there's more than need to be made. Depending on what you think there, I have no idea. Race fans, when we come back, this one will be concluded with commercial free under the green. Who will be the winner of the Lightning Wrapz 30 at Canadian Tire Pedal Metal Racing League? We're going to find out. Road Course Challenge Week completes and continues on after this message. Tonight's race, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you in part by GTR Racing Simulator. Welcome to the future, GTR Racing Simulator. It's not that we broke the mold, we just never use one. By DeeDub button boxes, quality button boxes made your way. They always got you covered. By the Butt Kicker Company, best in performance for real tracks of the virtual world. The Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing. By Gearhead Coffee. Whether you're wrenching on your vehicle in the home garage or servicing customers at your automotive repair facility or dealership, Gearhead Coffee provides a unique premium quality coffee that keeps your motor running. By Ooze Motorsports. Don't think we're cheating because you think you're fast. By Ford Entertainment Group PC.net. Matching your want with your wallet. They'll always bring out the best PC at the right price. By Man's Maintenance. You want it done right? Call a man. Berrytown Cleaners. When you got yourself a mess, Berrytown Cleaners can help fix that right up. By Lightning Wrapz, most affordable designs, made at leisure. Lightning Wrapz, always got you covered. By Jon T. Garrett, the Twitch channel for all your good chats and enjoyable time around with Jon Garrett. By Southern Country Co., the trusted company to get your designs in your day-to-day life. And by Grid Finder, the best way to find a new league. Filter search by race day, your geographic region, racing sim and car class. Your broadcaster, live redesigner, search Grid Finder, the home of online racing. All right, race fans, here we go. Commercial free from here on out. No more. We're going to see this one play out to the end. 10 laps left to go here, and the Rattlesnake, 5-second gap nearly between him and the Throttle Chantel Bottle, defying the speed and the momentum that the Canadians have brought to him tonight. Right now, Rideout, Orrick, Warren's Pottle, they are in top 6 contention, trying to get in there. Your lone Americans up in that half. Gutenz and Don trying to hang on just a little bit longer here. Warren's right now holding down though Gutenz here, keeping him at even, trying to make him honest. He wants to keep him real, make sure he's got him here. Gutenz though is holding down the bus stop and he does not let him by. You can see there was a little bit of a time gap difference there between the two when that last lap had struck. And for William Mann Jr., I think really at this point it's just trying to stay alive and hope the truck doesn't tear his man's maintenance car away. How he's been able to hold this thing on, and I have no idea. Rattlesnake Robert Kahn goes into pit road now, so the 5 Chantel Pottle will be your new leader, but will that be enough time for her to get around the track? Problems down there for Jason Henry, though. Something gone wrong for the number 3. We'll take a look down at PTM Racing TV now for the replay. Ooh, this one's going to be an interesting one here to watch. This comes right off pit road. Watch very carefully here. Henry's going to get a good jump coming out of pits. Gets it off the line, but look at Sloanaker. He's got problems down there in the number 60. So Henry thinks he's got an opening. Here's the problem. He's going into turn number 2, wide open on that right side. And here's where everything kind of went haywire for him. Got a good jump of speed, good run, but he did not tighten the corner up. Had to back off, trying to get out of the way. Whoa, what a save there. Didn't even touch Sloanaker. Sloanaker making a great job there and a great move to back away from him and stay out of trouble. Impressive driving to say the least here. Eight laps to go, and this makes you kind of question yourself. Is she trying to go for a full run here? Is she going to try to ride out and take down Kahn the hard way, which is really by fuel run? Remember, Kahn's been duped out before by a fuel run. Remember back at Kentucky, it was literally coming down on the wire of turn number 4. Kahn runs out of fuel. Oaks, he sneaks by him, takes him in for the win. Kahn gets sent to the shadow realm after a little tap there from the contact of the other drivers. And since then, Kahn has told me point blank, if I ever, and I mean ever, Crusader, run out of fuel in a race, I'm blaming you for it. And I told him, well, that's not the case, and you're certainly not blaming me for this one. Kahn in turn 2 loses a turn. Oh my, and the number 21 Rose Freightliner loses it in turn number 2, the same turn that's pit drivers left and right tonight. Oh my, under the bright skies here in Ontario, Robert Kahn finds out the hard way what everybody else has been feeling all day long. Take a look at this one. He enters in the corner way too hot. There's the car. He just slides it right out. He knew he was in trouble. Backs it off, sends it back down to where he didn't get stuck too much in there, but that was a huge mistake by Robert Kahn. He knows he can't be making mistakes like that with the way Chantel's driving. Watch this again. You see right here, he's already too high in the RPMs. The rear end slides. He's shifting in, shifting down. You can hear him clutch. He clutches the car in. He wants to make sure that car was not going to lose too much. He certainly did not indeed. And Tyler Rex, even same corner, same problem. Had some problems down there. Technical difficulties on our end right now as the throttle Chantel Bottle goes into pit road. Kahn gets back out on the track, but how much momentum did he lose just from doing that? Because Chantel is getting back out now. William Mann Jr. and Mike Rideout have all taken a spot up on her. But now comes the heavy hitter. Can she get, with 7 laps to go, enough momentum to try to take the boys down? This is certainly looking to be a long run race for these drivers. Look at the field though. Look at the positions. William Mann Jr., look at that little stint right in the middle. He actually had a little bit more time to go in. And it looks like his stint with that pit lane exit might have been enough to kind of keep himself in the running. But I don't know if that necessarily is going to help him last out long enough here. 29 trying to hold back the 5. I'll turn to you right now. That's something that's extremely hard to do. I've had troubles doing it as of late. Coming around here, Chantel now moving into the turn, fights it off here, riding down on the end. Just absolutely crazy, unalterated horsepower. Drivers giving it everything they have and then some just to try to win this race. Mike Rideout has been passed out by the Robert Kahn. The Rattlesnake has taken over the lead with 6 laps to go. But again, He could make the same mistake that Rideout just did here, and then he did himself just a lap ago. Oh my goodness, folks. This is absolutely insane. Oh my, look out for Pike. Oh! I literally just turned my head for a minute, turned the camera over. Next thing I know, Pike's literally about to get sent back to the shadow realm here if he got into there right out. Chantel Pottle has taken over back her third place spot as Willie Mann Jr. had to go into pit road. It's a war of words and a war on the track here for these drivers. Absolutely nobody has given up in this one. The energy is high, the energy is flowing, and we cannot wait for Daytona coming up next. Finishing this one out right now at the moment here, looking at the times and positions here. Every single one of these drivers are in a hot spread field position pace. Everyone looking for opportunity to strike. Willie Mann Jr. back out on the track here. Thad Failer looking to try to knock him down though. Thad looking for an opening, looking to try to task him. They'll go down the long, swifty turn stretch road here. Perfect for motorcycle racing, MGG, and also for even Formula One if they ever wanted to. This whole sweeping turn end is just an absolute chaotic mess to try to work around, try to fight it off with here. And it certainly does give everyone a bit of a chance and a little strive to survive here. Coming off the ends right now. A little trouble down there for that failure here in the number 482. Kind of drived off a little bit, lost some control. Willie Mann Jr. now got right back up to his dad here. And remember the last time they got up there with each other, Bubba Beast was like, I'm dealing with this kid in person. I'm not dealing with him on the track right now. He backs off, gets out of the way. 4 laps left to go here. And it's still a strong battle between Thad Failer and Willie Mann Jr. 16-second gap between Khan and Chantel Pottle, though. Chantel knows her pit strategy was not quite as long-lasting as she needed it to be. But that's kind of the biggest thing that hits up with these drivers that really gets everyone kind of squared away down there. Robert Kahn right now looking to get through lap traffic, trying to weasel and maneuver the way around with only 4 to go. He knows time is of the essence. Race fans, if this is your first time ever here on PTM Racing TV, we sincerely hope you've enjoyed yourself, and we sincerely hope you'll stay tuned with us on our YouTube end, as we will be down there in just a few short minutes. Be sure to head over there, subscribe, and hit the like and follow button here on Facebook, so you guys never miss the show and you never miss the beat. Chantel Pottle right now still trying, hoping for some miracle, some break again from Khan. Khan, though, with the lead he's got, I think at this point he just knows if he just punches laps down on the track, he'll be okay. Coming down the end, 3 laps left to go here at Canadian Tire. Khan now in a heated struggle for supremacy, looking to win another season championship to his name. The only driver that has won more season championships in the SLM series, the ARCA series, the light models, the Xfinity, the trucks, the ARCA, every single series you can think of, he's always been a winner in. He's always been the toughest of competitors to take out. in the Legend Series. He would get his first win there. And literally, it came down the wire at Five Flags Speedway, where a last-minute black flag cost him, and he ended up getting sent back to the end zone and off the track. That would cost him the championship there. He told me, though, right after that, I will never, ever forget that and let that be the thing that doos me out ever again in a race. With 2 laps to go, though, the green flag high in the air right now. The throttle Chantel Bottle trying and hoping for something here. Trying to stick to the tried and true formula here that she's been known for, which is drive smooth and forget the rest. I think she's just kind of more focused on keeping that 6th place spot and keeping that in mind and in frame. Warren's right now in the 90 looking for an opening, looking for a solid get around. Hoffer in the 84 trying to bolster the speed, bolster the momentum. John Kutens holding down top 3 with Warren's behind him. We are just a few corners away from this one wrapping up here on PTM Racing TV. Through the set of corners and on through the bus stop. The Rattlesnake charges down the very ends of the elongated, swervely, squiggly little back straight lines they go. The Toyota Supra has got the lead and has got more than its fair share of opportunity to strike now. The rest of the field just trying to really get this point, put the laps down and get the positions in for later, not worry about anything else. They've got a lot more racing coming up this season. They know all too well. As they charge them off a corner, over the final corners, the Rattlesnake sees white flag high in the air. We're about to conclude this one out here at Canadian Tire. If you guys are wondering where we're going next week, I'll let you know about that in just a brief minute, because right now we want to finish this one out and let these guys go at it hard. But I'll tell you, the next race coming up, oh, you might like it. It's gonna be a drifter's paradise if they can figure out how to run it. No, it's not dirt. We're gonna ask Mike Rideout though. Oh no, the fuel line's gone. He's done. He does not have enough fuel to get into pit road. The 76 overdid it and could not strive the longest part of the track to get this one finished out. Colin, if he's not careful either, he may end up getting sent and banished to Shadow Realm. He drives it hard to the corners there, just trying to keep it up. The 5 of Chantel Bottle getting her way last time around. Brandon Pike here in the 22. Kondo has pretty much all but sealed the deal. He just needs to make the final 3 corners. Off of final 3. Here he comes down, sweeping right. Now to the S's. Off the final corners. The Rattlesnake, Robert Kahn, shows the world he's not just another name. He is still a force to be reckoned with at the ovals and the road courses. He wins at Canadian Tire. The victory will go to the 21. And coming away in a close second race finale here. She'll spiral right off of the S turns here. And the number 5, Chantel Bottle. A solid day for her, but it's going to come up runner-up, 2nd place for her. And John Kutens now rolls it around on for a top 3 finish. What a race. Made official now. Robert Kahn, the number 21, will take the Freightliner PTM Racing TV 21 back to victory lane and continue what could best be described as an absolute field day of points dominance and all-out control and madness, to say the least. Kahn is just something you cannot defy and someone you cannot deny. And I think he's proven that every time he gets out on the track. The field is still finishing up their last minute runs here right now. Jason Henry, Dustin Sornaker, Brandon Pike all coming around. William Mann still the last one, I believe, not to finish the race here. Hey, give credit to the old man. He's still out there. He's still putting up a fight there. Papa Beast isn't going to go down there. Excuse me, wait a minute. Is he going to park that down in the pit road? Is that what he's going to do? I don't even know. All right, race fans, here we go. Let's take a look at the final results here, presented in part by Gearhead Coffee. Robert Kahn wins this one at Canadian Tire. Chantal Bottle goes second. Third, John Kutens. Fourth to Dennis Warrens. Fifth to Matthew Hofford. Sixth to Tyler Orrick. Seventh to Thad Failer. Eighth to Mike Rideout. Ninth to Tyler Rex. Flameman Jr. Solid top 10. When we come back, race fans, it's time to talk with the top 3 drivers.
Introducing RS30 Ultra. The first sim racing wheel and pedals designed by a professional championship racer. Officially licensed by Microsoft, RS30 brings next-level realism to your racing sims. Sense the road, know your vehicle, and get faster lap times as you tear through the track. Dual helical gear motors give you more torque than traditional gear drive motors, with the same smoothness and quietness of a belt drive motor. Experience a stunning 6 Newton meters of torque, the most torque per dollar than any other wheel, and fast, accurate feedback with 0 dead zones. Feel every nuance and know exactly when you're understeering, oversteering, or losing traction. Spring-loaded pedals give you responsive throttle modulation and brake progression for absolute control and precision, just like the real thing. 2 additional paddles can be used as clutch and e-brake, or as pedal-free throttle and brakes. A rotation switch lets you easily toggle between simulation racing and arcade-style racing. Even the diameter of the wheel is calibrated to exact race car specifications. And an easy share button lets you save and share your best laps with a simple push. From the metal build to the suede wheel and steel pedals, every detail is dialed to give the entire system a high-end feel. Get better, go faster, win more, and enjoy every second of it. With RS30 Ultra, you'll race like a pro and feel like one too. RS30 Ultra by GTR Simulator. Go fast.
Welcome back, race fans, here to Canadian Tire here. As right now we are about to talk with the top 3 drivers here. A solid day in a field racing position going in throughout, but race fans coming away third tonight. Give it up for John Kutens as he comes away in that number 41 with a little bit of speed and momentum. Goose, you once again pull off a great show and a great fight start to finish here. How did it feel down there as you held this thing down on the track?
It was some white knuckle racing. Being my first time actually racing this course, I bought the track about 2 hours before green flag dropped. So it was a hairy one, but it's a fun track and fun race for sure.
For sure there. Now I know it was definitely a bit of a wild ride for some of these guys out here. Did you get bit at any time with the way the setup was kind of giving you on the track here?
I did. I think I ran the first 5 laps clean. And then I think it was on lap 6, coming into the first off camber there, I slipped up and kind of skated off the track. And fortunately enough, that caution there made it so I didn't get hurt too bad by the loss of position. I was able to recover decently.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, Goose, as you come away here third tonight in Ontario, let me ask you this, my friend. Who do you want to thank you for this one?
Big shout out to the old lady upstairs with our 1-month-old daughter and almost 2-year-old son. Without her watching them, there's no chance in hell I'm doing any of this. Gerotech Incorporated, Goose Graphics, supporting all your iRacing and American Truck Simulator skins needs. Big shout out to the admins of Pedal to the Metal League. Great league to run here. And shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for broadcasting the races.
For sure there, Goose. Good to have you back on board, sir. Congratulations. What a day it was for you and your team.
Thanks, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gone 2/10 piloting in the number 41 in the third, while the Canada hero tonight in her hometown crowd pops away second tonight. Chantel, congratulations on that. And like you said, it was just take it slow and take it easy, and you'd outplay the boys. Well, you certainly did that and then some, but Khan just unfortunately found some way to get some speed when he could.
Yeah, for sure. He's always quick at road courses anyways. Once I seen people just going off the track, I just ran my race, and like I said, I was just consistent, and I went on, and I ended up getting second, and I was surprised I hung on to it the whole time, pretty much.
Watching this race back and looking at a few things here, I don't recall or ever think we even seen you come close once to losing control of the car, getting sent into the grassy plains down here on Ontario. Did you basically just keep this thing on the asphalt pavement the entire time?
Yeah, I did, except for once. I think it was like with 2 to go there. I ended up going to the turn, and I got to shift down, and I went down to the grass, went sideways, dirt tracked it a bit, went back on the pavement, and went on again. And I ended up getting second. I think Mike Rideout was in front of me then.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, though, everything held out long enough, and you managed to still pop away a solid second-place finish to help out you and your crew here in the points race. Who do you want to thank here tonight for this?
Everyone at PTM Racing TV and all the sponsors that's with us for Pedal to the Metal Racing League. Without them, we wouldn't be where we're to today. So thanks to them and you in the booth, obviously.
For sure there. Well, we appreciate your time here, Chantel. Congratulations in front of your hometown crowd. Have a good day out here, all right?
Thanks.
Chantel Throttle Bottle here comes away second tonight in our hometown crowd for Canadian Tire. But tonight, the Americans still strive strong. Robert Kahn, the rattlesnake, bites again. Kahn, you're walking away with a W here and a big victory here, to say the least. As you come away here with a victory tonight and really a solid performance here. I got to ask you this here. We've only seen you make one mistake. You only struggled one time on the track, but then you managed to kind of recoup and reclaim it. What was it like, though, when you spun out that turn in turn number 2?
Oh, man, I was nervous. I thought I threw the race away. I guess he made a mistake and spun in front of me, and I clipped him and went out into the grass. And luckily, I had a fast repair, but I pitted just to try to make up for it. But yeah, that was a tough race. That track's very difficult.
Certainly was indeed here. I know you had a lot going on down there and a lot really playing into your advantage, but I'll ask you this real quick. As you guys now go from the road course side of things now to what's coming up next, what are you going to be able to do there here?
To be honest with you, I don't even know where we're going next. Where are we at next?
Oh, I guess I forgot to tell the people out there. We're heading to the Milwaukee Mile next, so...
You know what? That track, a lot of this road course translate into Milwaukee because of the different exits of the turns. I think you're going to see some people that were strong tonight transfer to the Milwaukee. That track drives typically like a road course, even though it's an oval. It's a lot of braking, a lot of on throttle, and being smooth. So I think it'll translate to the next race.
Certainly indeed. Well, nevertheless, though, as you work your way around here on the road course side of things and on the track, I have to ask you this. You're walking away with a W and a solid performance here on this very tough-to-tame Canadian Tire. Who do you want to thank you for this one?
Just Gearhead Coffee, GTR Simulators, Southern Country Co. for being a part of the league, and appreciate you guys. You guys do a good job.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, Colin, we do appreciate coming on board once again here. Another solid day, great performance, and a big victory for you and your team.
Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. The Rattlesnake, ladies and gentlemen, Robert Kahn is your winner here at Canadian Tire. Race fans, that'll all but do it. But a big thank you again to GTR Racing Simulator, DeeDub Button Boxes, Double Kicker Company, Gearhead Coffee, Ooze Motorsports, Ford Entertainment Group, PC.net, Man's Maintenance, Barrytown Cleaners, Lightning Wrapz, Jon Garrett Twitch channel, Southern Country Co., and Grid Finder for everything. It's been a pleasure to call this one in front of you guys and out there on the track. Race fans, this has been an absolute wild one from start to finish. We certainly hope you've enjoyed it. We certainly hope you stay tuned with us. Head down to YouTube. We'll be there in a little while. But from all of us at PTM Racing TV, if you're signing off, thank you for everything. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Stay tuned. There is more to be seen, more action to come. We're not done yet. It's time for the virtual Daytona 100 laps from Shake and Bake Racing League. Thank you again those that tuned in for the Lightning Wrapz 30 at Canadian Tire.
When you need the best designs in your fleet of vehicles, there's only one brand name that many trust in. One that makes every car pop out from the rest of the field, and that is Lightning Wrapz. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Lightning Wrapz. Get yourself a vehicle unlike the rest. Lightning Wrapz, the most affordable designs made at your leisure.